how it's supposed to feel.
Hello everyone and welcome to another test. So we will be doing a test that one of our subscribers on Discord asked us to test. So this is the subscriber. So we'll be doing Deep Instinct versus Malwarebytes, or the new Threatdown of Malwarebytes. So the reason for choosing Malwarebytes is you guys will see that the user interface looks almost 90% the same. So I thought I'll just throw in Malwarebytes. Now with Deep Instinct we have this small little UI. Just gives you a brief overview of the agent. With Malwarebytes or Threatdown, you can only run a scan. You can't really open anything up. So if we jump over to the dashboard, so this is Deep Instinct, and if I quickly swap over to Malwarebytes, you guys can see the similarity to the left, that it is very similar. Now with Monitor, it will just give you like events or files that was labeled as suspicious. Yeah, we've got our policies, so let's go to our policies. Now I've got this malware test policy. Okay, so everything is to prevent or quarantine high-level threats and above. Let's rather change it to prevent or quarantine low-level threats and above. Detection, generate events on low levels and above, so prevent, and then embedded DD objects is to deep static prevent, and then scan network folders. Behavior analysis, it's all set to prevent. Suspicious activity is to remediate and then prevent. Script protection, prevent, deep, detect. Let's move that to prevent, and then block all scripts. And then declient, this is just to set up passwords and things like that. So let's save and close, and then the policy will be sent. Here we've got our assets, so device list. Under device list, you guys will notice that our device is added to the malware test group, so that is our endpoint name. So it has the policy per se. Then it's just groups. Then we've got tenant reports and settings, and that's pretty much that. Not really much that you can actually do up Deep Instinct. Like I said, you can just monitor. You have your policies, your exclusions, and that's pretty much that. Now if we hop over to Malwarebytes, you guys will see we've got monitor, and then everything under there, manage. We've got our endpoints here. Okay, so this is our endpoint. It's got the malware test policy. It says it's protected. So if we go to configure, go to policies, so this is our default policy as well, malware test policy. So endpoint agent selected, pretty much everything is selected except the pause, reboot settings, inactive, startup, and health monitor. Go to tamper protection, so we have our password. Protection settings is pretty much everything is enabled. Okay, that's our protection settings. Scan settings, that's the settings there, and then high priority, blah, blah, blah. Endpoint detection response, so everything is selected. Brute force protection is enabled, and then software management, and that's pretty much that for the policies. So let's configure policies, users, notifications, schedule scans, etc. Got some integrations, monitor, manage, investigate. So also not super much that you can actually check and modify, but yeah, that's that. So let's get the protection disabled so that we can get the malware extracted and then start the test. Okay, the malware is finally extracted. So we have on both sides 1908 samples. We have all types of application files, POPs, ransomware, other Trojans, all various flavors of Trojans. Got some zip files, Office documents, and fileless malware. Now this will be the first test where I've added another attack vector in for testing, which will be email. So I've set up a couple of emails on my other screen that I'll be sending to Outlook here at the bottom. to test how well the endpoint protection does protect from an email side, because that is the vast majority of how threats are spread to machines, especially ransomware, and phishing attacks is obviously via email. So we will throw that into the test. But now before we start, you guys will notice that on Deep Instinct, machines are clean, no funny processes, no virus that will cause. So trying to keep the test as fair as possible. Now we're gonna make sure that Deep Instinct is up to date. It says it's up to date. We're gonna hop over back to the dashboard and then start re-enabling the protection. But before I do, let me just update Malwarebytes. Let's say check for protection updates. So the command is sent. So we're gonna go to policies for Deep Instinct and we're gonna re-enable the protection. So we're gonna say that and that and that. Behavior, we're gonna say that. We're gonna do that. Scripts is all prevent. Didn't change anything here, so you guys can see it's all the same. I'm gonna say save and close. We're gonna go to Malwarebytes. We're gonna enable the policy. Protection, we're going to say yes, we want that, and we want that. Okay, let Malwarebytes apply the best action recommended, and we're going to hit save. We're going to hop over back. Okay, so Deep Instinct should go from detect only to prevent anytime soon, or hopefully it will. Okay, let's give Deep Instinct some time to get the new policy and then we'll start the test. Okay, so as you guys can see, we are now detect and prevent, so like it didn't take too long. So I think I'm going to start the test before any of these two are detecting any threats. Oh, never mind, my words were not even called. So I've also used Defender control to stop Malwarebytes from enabling Defender, because it was enabling the every single minute when I was extracting malware, so it was quite a bit annoying. Now on the email side, I'm gonna start by sending the emails out. Okay, so as I'm speaking now, I am sending the emails. So then we can test it from an email perspective. So if I'm only emailing a couple of phishing links and things like that, I'm not going to send too many of them. Okay, so I've sent all the mails. So we're going to hop over back to the protection side. We're going to open up Outlook. Okay, so Deep Instinct is removing a lot of our threats, so we'll just see how many of them are left. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just disable the protection again and then just extract the malware, but I'll get to that shortly. Okay, so now I've emailed myself a couple of mails, as you guys can see. So here we've got a phishing link. We're going to open that one. Okay, so it seems like that was blocked by Malwarebytes. There are a couple more mails that I sent. Seems like they haven't came through yet. Okay, so here I've just okay, so this one has opened up. Let's see on this one, a Deep Instinct. As far as I remember, I didn't see any Deep Instinct protection for web sites, so I think that's most probably why it's failing. Okay, I have sent quite a number of emails. I'm not sure why they all haven't come through yet. Okay, so inside these archives are other threads. As Google or the Gmail account was obviously filtering these mails. Yeah, so let's see what happens. So this is just your typical scenario where a user might get a email, and then obviously like these VB scripts and fileless malware that tends to steal passwords or info stealers. Okay, so there the thread was blocked. So guys, I know this adds to the running time of the test, but it's just something that I want to test and add it in there. Because I think a lot of you might have wondered, but hey, how well the protection, or how well is the protection from an email perspective? If someone emails me something dodgy and it does evade anti-spam, and then I'm one of those users, I just open up any and everything that comes from anyone. What will happen? This is what this test is for. Okay guys, so I'm doing this as quick as I can. Okay, doesn't seem like we've got anything funny here. Okay, we're almost done with this side. Okay, seems like we got through all of them. Now it's time for Deep Instinct. We're going to close that. Okay, and we're going to do this one. Okay, doesn't seem like I received my other emails. Okay, doesn't seem like they're in the junk. Okay, cool. So I'm not going to worry about that, but yeah, we've done just a quick test. I'll obviously smooth this out a little bit more in the future, but I thought just as an experiment, I'll start adding this as a additional part of the test. Okay, so let's quickly see if there's anything running. Okay, cool. As you guys can see, it doesn't seem like anything weird opened up on any of the machines, but Deep Instinct did fail for the phishing tests. Okay, so we've got a lot of pop-ups here. Okay, so I think Deep Instinct has killed a lot of our threads. So let me re-extract the malware and then we'll start the test. Okay, well, sorry guys, that didn't take forever. Not sure why it took so long to extract the remaining malware, but I think we're done. So this is the Deep Instinct policy again. Just want to show you guys that everything is the way as I left it. Same on Malwarebytes. Okay, so protection is enabled, and web protection is as well. So we're gonna hop back over. So in that time, we did actually manage to get some of the mail. Okay, yeah, so, but yeah, as you guys know, Malwarebytes has already dealt with that, so we're gonna go back to, okay, so we're gonna wait for the detect only to change, shouldn't take too long. Okay guys, so I think we need to jump fast on this one, so I'm gonna start website test before Deep Instinct starts removing threats, because it is on detect and prevent. Yeah, so we have a lot of things opening up. Deep Instinct's already starting to complain. So it doesn't seem like Deep Instinct has any website protection, which is odd for a business solution not to incorporate that, because yeah, that is pretty odd. Okay, so yeah, I would say this is a fail on the website test. When it comes to the phishing links, we'll see for the download side. Okay, let's look at Malwarebytes. Yeah, so as you guys can see, Malwarebytes is doing much better, but not a complete clean slate, it seems. Okay, let's see what downloaded. Okay, so those were for the malware that we tested on the emails. So it seems like we've got one JavaScript. Let's see what Deep Instinct's going to do when I open it up. And we've got a interrupted download. Oh, let's say keep maybe. Let's see what happens. Okay, go. There it actually downloaded. I'm going to open it. Open it and see what happens. Okay, so it was blocked by them both. Okay, so I'll say the win goes to Malwarebytes. Let's start the malware test. I hate these multiple windows. Okay, so we do have a lot of things opening up. Okay, let's have a look-see. Okay, so as you guys can see, we do have a lot of things opening up. Okay, yeah, so as you guys can see, I am executing malware. So far so good, no interruptions with the test. I don't see any threats really that's active. These all should be all access denied, I think. Okay, let's have a look on Malwarebytes before I let you guys go. Okay, doesn't seem like there's any active threats ready running for any of them. Okay, but yeah, as you guys can see, a lot of activity on them both. I'll let you guys know when there's something weird happening or worth pointing out. I wouldn't be surprised if there's maybe like a random restart during the test by the amount of things opening up. When proxy, cancel. Okay, I'll let you guys know and I'll show you guys the results once the test is done. Okay guys, I'm just pointing out that Malwarebytes did restart as I kind of predicted. So I'll just continue the test and I'll let you guys know. Okay guys, so the test is finally done. Now we'll quickly see what we are dealing with. It seems like I can't get Process Explorer open on Malwarebytes, and just bear in mind that Malwarebytes just restarted on its own about 2 minutes ago, so whatever malware was in memory should be cleared. It will only be the persistent malware that starts up again. So in Deep Instinct's defense, Malwarebytes had a restart at the end of the test, and it seems like we cannot get Process Explorer open. But yeah, on the Deep Instinct machine, it doesn't seem like we have any real issues running on the machine. So visually, quickly, it seems like Deep Instinct did actually do really well. And the malware that's open here is one of the malware I've found to restart the machine as well. If you click on one of these options, it restarts. So I'm not gonna do that, but that's the one that's running, is this one here. And then if I quickly check, might be this one here as well. Okay. Let's see if we've got any startup items on Deep Instinct. It doesn't seem like we have anything that actually stands out. On Malwarebytes, it seems like we've got this one here, but it's broken. Then we've got this one here. Okay, it's from documents, and that's that. Okay, cool. So it seems like Malwarebytes did actually really well as well. So we don't have that many POPs that installed. Let's quickly have a quick look at okay, so it seems like we've got 7-zip, all these other programs here. We've got this weird Google install with a Windows Defender icon. And then, yeah, so we do have quite a couple of POPs on the machine, but it seems like we've got a little bit less on Malwarebytes versus, well, I could be wrong. I wanted to, it might be the same. Yeah. So that's that. Let's look at our documents. Okay, documents are good, no ransomware infection. Pictures are good. So yeah, so seems like we have some good results. It just seems like Process Explorer is not doing anything. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna restart them normally, get them updated, and then we'll start the full scans. Okay, so the scan is complete. I just want to point out, for the life of me, I cannot find anywhere on the agent or on the portal to do a scan with Deep Instinct. So I'm not sure if I'm just being stupid or if there's no option to actually run a scan. So on Deep Instinct, even if you select the endpoint, these are the only actions that you can do. Even on a device group, there's no real rules or manual things that I can find to actually trigger a scan. Even if I go to settings, I can't find it. So yeah, not sure if I'm just missing it or there is actually no option to run a scan. But with Malwarebytes, scan is done, as you guys can see. So I'm going to restart it via the GUI, update third-party opinion scans, and then we can finish the test. Okay, so let's look at the final result. Now with Heapman Pro for Deep Instinct, we only have this library file here, and the same with Malwarebytes. With MSI we only have one issue in app data roaming. It seems like this game exe might be labeled as ransomware, but obviously it's just the exe itself or the payload, but it doesn't seem like it is running. On Malwarebytes, it seems like we have a couple of files in app data roaming, and then we've got this one under Windows installer. Okay, with MPE on Deep Instinct, we've got 86 issues versus 177 for Malwarebytes. But we only have one high file that extracted in Deep Instinct, and then it's the one program that installed, and then it just seems like it is malware inside the temp files from the zips, I think. And then the Sonic Wall one again, and then update the roaming, that's that ransomware one, and the library file that Hitman Pro is picking up. But seems like the majority of files are in the temporary locations. With Malwarebytes, we only have medium threats, Sonic Wall as well, and then we've got malware in the temporary files, it seems, and then update the roaming in the same game, so very similar results. Okay, Kaspersky quick scan found no issues on them both, and then with the ESET quick scan we only found one issue as well, and that's the same malware, the ransomware. Also ESET's labeling as cryptic, so that's ransomware. Okay, so let's see if what's still installed. So we've got these apps here, then this one here, and then the Sonic Wall and the NV Optimizer. Same with Malwarebytes. Okay, let's quickly see if we have any threads running. So on Deep Instinct, just gonna quickly go through it. Okay, it looks like we're in good shape. Okay. Okay, startup items, doesn't seem like we have anything funny. With Malwarebytes, it's only this one, but it is broken, and that's that, so it doesn't seem like we've got any weird startup items. And then I think that's that, guys. Okay, so let's quickly recap on the web test. Deep Instinct didn't do so well at all. There's actually no section in the settings that you can actually configure web protection, so I don't think it is actually capable of protection from the website. Malwarebytes obviously won there, but not super great results from Malwarebytes, but obviously much better than Deep Instinct. On the malware execution side, it seems like they've both did almost exactly the same. We only have a little bit more malware in the temporary files with Malwarebytes, but that is a temporary location. If we look at anything that's infected or running, we can't really find anything, so I would say they did almost exactly the same. But if you do look at malware in the temporary locations, Deep Instinct did a little bit better than Malwarebytes, but if it came to real-time protection, I think it's very, very similar. So I would say it's a kind of draw with the malware test for me, regardless of files in a temporary location. We have almost the exact same malware outside the normal location. So I would rather go with Malwarebytes than Deep Instinct, just purely because Malwarebytes has the web protection built in and you can configure it, so you have that side of the protection, which seems like Deep Instinct does not. So even if Deep Instinct did a little bit better than Malwarebytes, I'll sacrifice that little bit of real-time protection to gain the web protection. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the test. First time testing Deep Instinct, it was pretty interesting. It did actually much better than I initially thought it would, and obviously Malwarebytes did great. We normally see that Malwarebytes tends to fail. The previous test it survived and did really well, so it seems like the business one did really, really well. This is the best results of Malwarebytes by far. But yeah, I'll start working on the other test. I just wanted to get this test done, and then I'll start with the other test. But again, guys, thank you again for watching. Please like and share the videos so that we can get them out. And yeah, I would say that's that. So thanks again for watching, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next test.